Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. Sitting next to is Mike Brenner. My name is Peter Loshak. We are continuing our team-by-team coverage of the NFL, previewing 2016. The Arizona Cardinals are the team that we're going to look at right now. Arizona Cardinals, I'm sure anyone who follows football casually knows people are saying this is a Super Bowl team, right? Now or never for the Arizona Cardinals. This is the year. They have to get it done. Carson Palmer ain't getting any younger. Fitzgerald ain't getting any younger. And, they beefed up their, they did great in the draft with adding Kemdiche. They beefed up their offensive line, which was a weakness. It's just basically now a judgment call. This is the year they want to get it done. Are they going to get it done? What do you think, Mike Brenner?
Well, Pete, again, the window's closing for their opportunity as far as win now. They got a great coach, and they had a great draft. And when they build those ingredients, another 2 or 3 years are going to be so solid again. But I just don't know. I think Carson Palmer being a year old, Fitzgerald being a year old, I see Palmer having, a big chance of getting injured. And if so, you got, Matt Barkley, you got Jake Coker, and you got Drew Stanton behind you. And all three of them have had a shot in the NFL and just haven't done it, haven't had enough, they just couldn't get it done. So that scares me. And they do got a decent running back, though. This kid's the real deal. David Johnson is a force reckoned to be with.
You're going to use the word decent? I would
use
the word, pretty damn good.
Pretty damn good, but I want to see it 3-4 years in a row.
Sure.
And I think we're going to see that.
Oh, no, I'm just talking about this year.
Oh, you're right. No, I know that. Yeah. But before I call a guy, and that's just me. That's the fan in me. But he does have a hell of a line in front of him, and that team definitely is coached very well with Bruce Arians. Now, Pistol Pete, I don't know if I'm right, but I saw 9.5 for a win total.
Yeah, 9.5, heavily juiced, though, to minus 180. And the question is here, whenever we're debating and analyzing NFL, we're always like, well, what if the guy gets injured? That's always there. With Carson Palmer, it just seems like, what happens when he gets injured?
Yes.
He's been so injury prone his whole career. Now at 37. And we saw last year, why didn't the Arizona Cardinals go to the Super Bowl last year? It seemed like it was because he had the thumb injury. He just wasn't playing up to his level. And it just feels like at some point, whether it's week 3, week 11, whenever, it's going to happen this year. And then what happens? You think the Arizona Cardinals, you think that they collapse?
I do. Well, not necessarily collapse. It's the kind of team that can win enough because of their defense. They got a solid defense, right? But their offense last year was number 2 passing and number 8 in running. I don't see them repeating the passing part. So I think they're well enough coached they could manage, but I don't see anybody behind him. And I don't know that they're really prepared for him to go down. And and Petey's getting older. Me and you are getting older.
Right.
All right. It takes more time to heal as the body gets older. And there's going to be defenses, putting a bullseye on that guy because that's going to be an instant, solution to maybe winning a ball game. So with that, and right out of the gate, man, they got some pretty tough games. I mean, they're at home though, 3 out of 4, which is to their advantage. But you got the Bills and the Pats, and the Bills are no walk in the park. That's a very well coached team as well. So I don't know, Pete. I think Super Bowl odds were 12-1 for them.
Yeah, I don't have the Super Bowl odds here. They are to win the NFC. They're about 6-1, 6.5-1.
What do you think about that? Is that a safe bet in your eyes?
I don't know. The problem is, I think this is an awesome team. I love betting on Bruce Arians. So, I'm definitely looking to bet on the Cardinals with their spreads to start the year. But it's just the combination of Palmer's history of injuries combined with what we saw last year when he got injured. Yeah. I just don't think that taking them on these futures odds is a good bet.
Yeah. And I also wonder, Pete, if that loss last year in the playoffs, if it took the gas out of their tank per se, or did it pop a balloon, or no one was expecting them to lose like they did. I wasn't. I didn't think they would. So them to repeat what they did last year and their main focus being staying healthy is hard to do in the NFL because that stands for not for long. So Pistol Pete, I do like the win total. I don't think because of their schedule, I think they can get the 10 even if they have a reserve. But to be a major threat to win the NFC, I don't know.
What if Palmer goes down in week 3 or week 5? You still like the over 9.5?
Yeah, no, I don't.
You don't think the other pieces can get it done?
I don't know.
They beefed up the offensive line. The defense is probably the best defense that Arians has had in Arizona.
Yeah.
They made additions on the offensive line. Even though Fitzgerald is older, the receivers are still dynamic. The running game is with that. I love that guy, Johnson. And you don't think the other pieces can get him to 10?
They could, but I'm looking for him to probably go down later in the season. But then again, you never know. hell, it could happen week 1 first snap. No one ever knows that factor, but that does play into it. But it is the kind of thing, it's like a 10-foot pole for me, Pete. I love Arians. I love the team. I cashed last year along with you. We cashed a lot of tickets with them, but I got to lay back and see what's happening. And Palmer, I'm just anxious to see what he's done on the offseason.
All right. Well, in general, though, I think, even though we don't necessarily like him to win the Super Bowl or to get to the Super Bowl, they should be
a strength and a force.
We like him as a team. We both love Arians, right? Well-coached team. So I'm definitely going to be looking in spots to bet on Arizona in the beginning of the year, where it's first halves, full games, second halves, whatever, team totals, stuff like that. Definitely, in general, looking to bet on the Cards in the beginning of the year. Would you agree with that? I
agree, and there's one particular I circled just to share with you, and that's week 2 at home against the Buccaneers. All right, I like a very first half play because I think this team is a little pissed off about last year, and even their first game at home against they do have a great home edge. First week, you got the Patriots coming in. All right, Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm not going to touch that game, but that's going to be something for me to scale and to kind of register and see where this team's at. And the second week, though, I like them early at home against the Buccaneers team that is totally rebuilding.
Right. Okay. Well, I think we covered the Cards. We'll see what week Carson Palmer gets injured, and then let's make a prediction right now. Let's make a prediction. What week does Carson Palmer get injured? I say he gets injured week 7.
5, 6, 7 is against Seattle. Guess what, Pistol Pete? I'm tailing you on that one. Week 7. I love it. Give me a high five on that one.
Let's plug something here. What are we going to plug?
Well, hey, it's almost football season, so why not plug Sportsbook Review? You guys got to know where you're playing, and also it's time to open up 2 or 3 accounts because for college football, baseball, and NFL going to be overlapping. All right, you're going to get better line advantages with different books. It all comes down to the line shopping, and there's nobody better than this guy right here. So that's for real. You want to make sure you're getting paid too. So hey, guys, hit that like button also.
Always on the go? Bet365 has one of the top mobile platforms in today's market. Sign up today and don't let your busy life keep you out of the game.